What's up YouTube, Ben here. Today I'm going to show you how to create an ebook from scratch with a program called LibreOffice. Okay, here's our program, LibreOffice Writer. I know you all will agree with me when I say all of us want our ebooks to look good. For that to happen, first thing we're going to need is a cover page, because all nice ebooks that you see, when you open it up, you see a nice image. Alright, well, how do you do that with inside LibreOffice? What we're going to do now is right click our page and go to the option here in our menu that says title page. Click it, and please ignore the first two headings and focus in on this third one, edit page properties. Now if yours says default as the edit page properties, please select the down arrow and select first page, because that's what we want. We want to focus in on that first page. Alright, let's go ahead and click the edit button. And out of these 8 tabs, we only want to focus on 2 of them, which are page and background. Okay, so let's start here at the background, and right now our background is as a color. As you can see here, it's white or no fill in this case. We want a graphics back there. We want our ebook to look very good. So let's click this down arrow and select graphic. And what LibreOffice is asking us to do now is find that file. So let's go ahead and click browse. And you can find your file. I've already made mine a little bit earlier and put it on my desktop. Ebook cover, and when you find your file, go ahead and click open. If you have this preview option checked here, what LibreOffice is going to do is put your image or put your graphics right here inside this preview window. So if you want to preview your image, make sure you have this option clicked. This is what we want to focus on next, your type section. Now we have 3 different types: position, area, and tile. Now what tile is going to do is exactly like the name. It's going to tile your image to fill up your whole page. We don't want that option. We want the area option, because what the area option is going to do is just put your image within this whole area of your page. And position type option is only going to put your image if you want it in the top left, if you want it in the top right, if you want it in the middle, if you want it in the bottom center area. So no, we don't want that either. We want the area. Okay, so let's go back up to our tabs here and click on the page option, because our book won't look good until we take these margins out, these fat wide margins. So let's go ahead and set those 4 to 0. And this is the only option we're going to look at here with inside the page tab. So once you did that, click OK. And for this title pages window, go ahead and click OK. And there we go. We have our ebook cover. Alright, let's go ahead and make our second page, which is going to be our table of contents. How do we do that? Well, one way we could do it is click inside our first page and hit enter about 5,000 times, but no, we're not going to do that. We're going to make it a lot cleaner than that. So we have an option up here called insert. We want to click that option, and we want to select the first menu option under that, manual break. Go ahead and click manual break, and you're presented with a box. It has 3 radio buttons: line break, column break, and page break. We want the page break. You don't have to worry about this style, so you can leave that as none and select your page break and click OK. So here we have our second page. We're going to repeat this process about 3 more times, because we want a couple pages in our book. So let's go back up to Insert, Manual Break, Page Break. Okay. Insert, Manual Break, Page Break. Okay. Insert, Manual Break, Page Break. Okay. Alright, so here's all our pages. So page number 2 we're going to call our table of contents. Let's go ahead and capitalize that C and style this. We'll give it a 36 font size and bold, and we can leave it Times New Roman. Okay. Now here's where our chapters come in. Our first page is going to be chapter 1. And I'm going to skip this page. And our last page is going to be chapter 2. Alright. Now to make our table of contents dynamic, this is what we're going to have to do. This is just one of many ways to do it. Go ahead and highlight your whole chapter 2 heading title. You want to come up to the style box here and click the arrow, the down arrow, and select heading 1. You could also give it a font size. In this case, let's give it a 32. We'll leave it bold. We'll also leave the font type alone. Scroll up chapter 1 and do the same process. Within the style box, select heading 1 and change our font size to 32. Alright, it could be anything you want. I just chose 32. Okay, with that done, now we can make our links, our dynamic links for our table of contents. So with your cursor next to table of contents, hit enter key, and let's change our font options. Change our font size back down to, let's say 14 pixels, and take the bold off. Okay, to make our dynamic links, we're going to have to use this hyperlink icon right here. So go ahead and click that, and we want to be in our document, because we don't want to link for the internet. This is if you want to link to something in the internet. We don't want mailing news. We don't want to make a new document, but we want document. Okay. The first option is document path. Now this is if we want to select another document. We don't want that option. We want a target inside our current document. We're going to have to select our little icon here, and it's going to bring up a window of all the available targets. So we have a plus sign right here next to our headings, because remember we named our sections or our chapters under our heading style. So go ahead and click that plus arrow, and we see two chapters here, chapter 1 and chapter 2, as we named them. So the first one we're going to work on is chapter 1. So we select it and we hit apply. Okay, that's not all. We have to come down here to further settings and set a title for our chapter 1 target. So in this case, let's say how to make a dynamic table of contents, and we'll hit apply, and we will close it. Alright, so there we go. Our first table of contents menu item that is linkable. Let's go ahead and make our second one by hitting enter, and repeat the same process. Your hyperlink icon inside your document section. Skip the first one, target and document, select the target, select the plus arrow under headings, chapter 2, hit apply, and let's title it. This is fun. Alright, hit apply. So there we have, and close. There we have our two table of contents dynamic links. Although our menu works now, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't have that book feel. So what we're going to do is add some numbering bullets to our menu, and we do that by clicking and dragging both of our menu items, and up here in our options we want to select our numbering bulleted list and select that. Okay, looks good now. It's looking a little bit better. Let's go ahead and make it chapter 3. Alright, now our table of contents still look a little bit funky because our colors are not in sync, and I don't like the underline that's underneath our links. So let's go ahead and highlight chapter 2, and let's change this up a little bit, give it a nice unique style. So first of all, I want to take this underline off. So I'm come back up here to my options, select the underline to take the underline off, and I want to give it a nice color. So color right now is like a purple. I don't like that, so I think I want to try this turquoise. Okay, that looks a lot better. Now let's do the same thing for chapter 1. Take off the underline and select the turquoise color. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Okay, so the only thing we got left to do is export our document as a PDF. And this is how you do that. There's an option here, export directly as PDF, little icon. Go ahead and select that. Let's title, give our ebook a file name, ebook, and select save. In this case, I'm saving it to my desktop. Let's see how our ebook turned out. Let's go ahead and navigate to wherever you have your file. In my case, it's on my desktop, and double click it. Here we go, our book. Let's select this option to fit our book to the window. We have our cover, we have our page 2, which is our table of contents. We have 3 chapters, looks like. First chapter is chapter 1, skip a page, and then we have chapter 2. Alright, our ebook looks good. Let me see if our thumbnails look about right. Okay, we got our thumbnails are looking good. Alright, well, how about our links? Go ahead and select link 1. It's working great. And link 2. Thank you for watching this video on learn how to make an ebook in just a few minutes, and I'd love to hear from you, so please share with me your comments below.